After a few moments, the huntsman kind of sighs and turns back to the portal that he made in the doorway. I'll see you in Arcadia soon. And he just turns to leave. Right before he gets to the portal, he looks over his shoulder and goes, I have prior arrangements. One of your fellows has contacted me. Better go see what they want. And he smirks as he disappears.
At that, Sonya, she had already stood up and looks over to her daughter's room.
You can still hear the sobbing.
And she knocks on the door. Sweetie.
Go away!
I'm sorry, did mommy scare you?
You don't hear a response, you just hear sobbing.
And she slowly opens the door. Hear it?
Go away!
Oh, I'm sorry. Did Daddy and I scare you?
What'd you do to Daddy?
It was nothing. He was just... we were just playing.
Playing?
Yeah, it's... Has anyone ever told you that sometimes you have to wait until you get a little older to understand something?
You hear the closet door creak slightly, and you're able to just make out a single eye that's relatively red and puffy, obviously. Daddy said that, and so have you.
Hearing that kind of irritated her because she knows it's not her that she's talking about. And she kneels down to get to eye level. Exactly. Daddy and I were playing a game. We didn't mean to scare you. It's over now. He lost. Mommy won.
But there's so much blood out there.
Oh no. You know how when you eat strawberries or raspberries, it gets red?
Yeah?
Yeah, well, it's called movie magic. And she flickers her hands over her.
Roll me your weird.
Zero.
Alright. You actually lose control of your weird here for a second. And as you do that, little ice crystals start to float between your fingers. And as you kind of look at your hands as you do this gesture, you actually notice shards of ice start to form over your fingers.
She kind of shakes it, tries to shake it off.
It's extremely brittle, so it does break off almost immediately as you apply any sort of pressure to it.
But see, it's okay. I'm sorry that I scared you. I really didn't mean to. Next time I'll make sure to... We'll play elsewhere.
She opens the closet just a little bit more. So, Daddy's okay then?
Yeah, Daddy's doing a lot better now. He was a little upset that he was losing. That's why he was screaming like that. But sometimes that's life. You win and you lose.
She slowly and very, very slowly ends up leaving the closet, and she kind of walks over to you. You can tell she's been absolutely hysterically crying just by looking at her face.
She kind of walks out. I slowly just close the bedroom door so she doesn't see his body in the hallway. Now, see, everything's all better. And she looks around the room. Did you put away the things that I told you to?
You had told me that my room was perfect.
Perfect. Perfect. And she lets go of her and walks around, touching the surface of her bedroom set. What do I see when it comes to her bedroom? What does perfect mean to an 8-year-old?
Perception?
Perception. Which is wits plus composure?
Yes.
Okay. Four.
Perfection, in this case, is... It is a relatively clean room. However, the usual suspects are all there. Not dusted. Stuff, rather than being put away where it should be, stuffed into closets, under beds, in drawers. You know, the typical kid wants to finish cleaning their room as fast as possible, so they stuff all their clothes underneath the bed rather than putting them away or hanging them. You know.
At that, she starts yanking out everything that's under the bed. This is perfect? She yanks out everything that's inside the drawers. Is this perfect? Is any of this perfect? Is this perfect to you?
And she starts to pout, and she's still very, very scared of you, so she starts to back away, closer towards the door out of the room. And she's just kind of sputtering. She's not forming words. But you checked last time and you said it was good.
I checked last time and I said it was good. And she leans down again and kind of brushes her hair over. You want to know what the beautiful thing about a mother and daughter connection is? They say that a child knows who their mother is in an instant. A smell, their touch. It's unexplainable. And yet here you are, standing right in front of your real mother, and you're not seeing it either. You couldn't tell the difference either. And she yanks her and begins to fling her body across her mirror.
And
just...
I feel like this is the point that we are going to fade to black on this. So, we're going to pick back up with Jimmy. As the pigeon man, for lack of a better name at this time, walks away from you, he stops for a moment. And you see his eyes turn to the south. And he actually turns his body as he looks out to the south. And he looks over, he goes, "You probably can't see this," as you kind of remove your head from the water. A fetch is crying out for help. Several miles. A long ways away, actually. They don't usually do that. Or, more so, they can't. He kind of shrugs and walks away, eventually vanishing.
And I can't hear anything, I'm guessing.
No, you don't see anything. Maybe you're just not as attuned with the weird as obviously this true Fae would be.
Right, so maybe one of us found our way home, I guess.
At this point, he has completely disappeared. Not necessarily the way you would disappear if you went through a portal. More like he just got lost in the sight of a wave of homeless people that just happened to be moving by.
Just look at the group or whatever, and well, I don't know if you can hear me right now, but that's my offer. Up to you whether you take it or not, of course, but we're seeing you around. And I'm going to head off the opposite direction.
Where exactly is Jimmy heading?
Well, Sonya's gone off for the day. I might take in New York.
Just exploring, or any specific locations in mind?
I suppose at least do it properly, see if I can see if there's another changeling around. Yes, they're pretty easy to spot if you're one yourself. And make the introductions.
Alright, go ahead, and I guess this would just be a pretty standard perception as you move about Central Park.
Oh, exceptional.
It has not come through on my end. Interesting. Okay. Well, with an exceptional success, go ahead and take Inspired. There we go. Go ahead and take Inspired Perception. As you look around the city, you do occasionally see changelings in passing. They, of course, when they see you, they give you a sort of knowing glance. But they all seem to be going about their daily business. Unless directly interacted with, they're just, oh, another one of us.
So yeah, for when I get close enough to one, say, look, I get it, I'm new in town, I'm supposed to make the introductions. So this is me, introducing myself.
The one that you've stopped, he appears to be a beast. Relatively mannish looking, digigrade legs though, so he ends up walking on his toes rather than flat, or as a normal human would. long curly hair and what are the beginnings of curling horns on his head? Ah, yes. That is the proper way to go about it. What should I call you?
Uh, just call me Jimmy.
All right, Jimmy. And every time his voice slips into the goatish / sheepish baaing sound, you see him physically wince as he's very clearly trying not to do it. So, how can I help you, Jimmy? My name is Russell.
Russell Weiss. Pleasure's all mine. No, like I said, I'm first time in town, so this is me going through the formalities like I'm supposed to. First time in any town, come to think of it, other than back home.
He pauses for a moment, thinking, well, I guess I should show you the ropes. How long have you been out of Arcadia?
How long has it been? About a year?
Are you actually trying to give him the truth, or are you making that up?
No, out of character, what is the truth?
It would only have been roughly, at most, 4, maybe 5 months.
Top of my head, probably about a year, so. My head's still catching up with time and everything. It's, you know how it is.
That's an awful long time to be going without talking to anybody. How have you been getting by?
Oh no, I've got friends, got the family, but things are tough. So get out, see the world, and well, I thought I've never visited New York, so well, here I am.
So I'm gonna make a roll here. Alright. Roll your weird plus mantle. One. He pauses for a moment and he goes, well, wait. I think I misunderstood what you were doing here. My bad. You can tell once again that irritation goes across his face. I thought you were fresh from Arcadia and trying to introduce yourself, but I can already see you're part of the Autumn Court. Same as me.
Like attracts like and all.
Isn't it opposites attract?
Depends who you ask.
So what can I do for you? You just want to tour around New York, or are you looking for something more meaningful?
I mean, I'm just here for a short term right now, but who's to say that I'm not looking for somewhere new?
And he kind of makes the head gesture. Follow me. We'll go someplace. I have a meeting that I needed to take care of anyways.
Lead the way.
And he leads you down into the subway tunnels. This subway particular terminal, completely devoid of people, eerily so. And as you can hear the train coming, he's kind of tapping his foot, waiting. You guys engage in idle chit-chat, or at least he attempts to engage you with idle chit-chat.
Yeah, I'll play ball.
Sonya, give me your weird roll. With that, as the next train pulls up, the doors open and your newfound friend, Russell, he takes a step forward and then, no perception needed here, his eyes go wide. And he goes, I'm getting the hell out of here. And he books it. It doesn't take you long to see what he saw. One of the doors opened, and immediately the entire frame was encased in ice. Stumbling out is a slightly ice-encrusted Sonya. However, something is different. Very different.
Sonya.
Jimmy.
Roll me a perception, Jimmy, real quick. If you would have said, I want to use my inspiration, that would have been another exceptional.
I know. I should have done that.
She... Underneath the bits of ice, you take notice that there's a lot of what looks to be blood underneath that ice.
Sonya, what have you done?
I haven't done anything wrong. In fact, I get it. I had the best experience. And I can't wait to share it with you.
Yeah, well, Jimmy's gonna take a step back, and there's a whole city up there that I was exploring. You mentioned about starting again, so I thought, well, 8 million people or whatever, why not disappear?
Speaking of disappearing, I want us to go. That's it. I think I've figured it out. I figured it out how we can run but not run away. Run but not hide. Run actually towards something and not away from something.
Jimmy's going to take another step back.
Sonya, go ahead and roll me weird. With that, Jimmy, you notice her mantle has gone completely haywire. As literally a large patch of ice appears on her forearm and juts out like a bunch of icicles, almost like some sort of medieval vambrace with spikes.
Sonya, what are you doing?
It's so hard to explain right now because it just happened so fast, but I'm not afraid anymore. This is it. I'm not scared anymore. I could look into a mirror and it doesn't scare me. I can walk down a hallway and I'm not afraid of the creaks anymore. That is it. I would just want you to be there. This wasn't planned. Life just decided to finally unveil the truth. This is my new truth. I'm no longer part of this world. Honestly, none of us are part of this world anymore. It was silly for any of us to really believe that we were human, part human. We were fighting it so hard when we should have just embraced it.
Sonya, we might have belonged in this world as much as we didn't belong out of it. But what you're saying now, would have gone to the end of the world for you, but I can't. I won't go back there.
And what, stay here and die like Leon? Stay here and be tortured like Lark? Stay here and honestly, I don't know about Francis. What life does he carry? None of us really know. Oh, how about this? How about you and I get a 30-year mortgage? Oh, we can't because we're constantly running. Oh, how about you and I have children? Oh, we can't. That's the life. That's not a life. And as amazing as our story was going, it was just a dream. It was nice while it lasted, but this is our reality. And honestly, maybe this is the best outcome that we can get.
Maybe. What's the train doing at this moment?
The train is still in the waiting period. The doors are still open. It hasn't taken off quite yet. This conversation's only been about 30 seconds, so...
So Jimmy's going to start sort of pacing to the side a little bit, and as soon as the doors begin to close, dive onto that train. But it's Sonya. In the meantime, just buying the time. You don't know what you're saying. Whatever's happened, you are not thinking clearly, and what you are saying is if we go back, we're as bad as whatever it was that snatched us away in the first place. Sure, we can't have children, but what would you do? Steal someone else's?
She kind of turns her head to the side.
This is not you, Sonya. You may have been afraid, but you never would have said anything like this. You would never have even seen any kind of reason in what you're saying is now. What have you become?
This has always been me. I guess I just didn't know who me was. Jimmy, I love you. And you know very well that I can't stay for much longer, as you can see.
I know.
You promise to always love me?
Always.
And I promise I will never force you to go to Arcadia with me.
As the doors begin to close, he dives into the closing doors of the train, leaving you alone.
I'll do one last hand up against the glass door.
And I put mine as well, but obviously icy.
Yeah, the window immediately freezes. Jimmy, as the train takes you away.
How empty is the carriage at this moment?
Completely. It seems like the weird needed this promise to go through. And as a mechanical perspective, go ahead and take contract phase true promise.
Ooh. Okay, I'll do that momentarily.
Yeah.
As the carriage is empty, Jimmy is going to pace up and down the entire length of it for probably a good 2 minutes, and then just indulge in an act of complete vandalism and just smash up one of the seats, just putting a boot in repeatedly.
We will go ahead and leave Jimmy there. What is Lark doing at this time?
Oh, you know, running a nice map shop. But, just gonna take a look at that map one more time to see where everyone is before she tests the limits of this contract that she made with the goblin. We'll start off with, Jimmy.
Jimmy appears to be pacing back and forth on a long corridor, but it also looks like that corridor is moving, so your brain immediately thinks plane, train, boat.
Okay. Note of that. Don't want to freeze my map, so no Sonya. I learned the last time. I was kind of worried too. I look like if it breaks, I just make this contract. I'm gonna take a peek at the huntsman. The contract is still up though, to get a heads up.
The huntsman that was once with Francis has now, it looks to be in some part of the hedge. You're not entirely sure. And that's when the map completely freaks out, for lack of a better phrase, and starts showing almost like childhood drawings. Like a kid's imagination gone wild.
Okay, is it a psychotic child? Like, is it stick figures? Is it animals? Is it murder? What am I looking at?
They start off as just crudely drawn animals, rainbows, animals that are rainbow colored. You still see the huntsman. It's just as this map, the map just seems to freak out in whatever area he's located in currently.
Okay. Picking up a happy influence from him. Some weird way. I'm assuming. Yeah.
It is not necessarily happy. It is just, the best way to describe it is pure, unadulterated imagination.
He is a creative one with a head like that.
If you want to, roll me intelligence plus occult.
Why not? I was about to say no, but why not? Intelligence, occult. Forgot I actually did kind of decent for my occult. Ooh, yay, 2.
If you
Great.
were to
Okay,
have to make a guess, knowing what you do, he has went inside the bounds of Arcadia itself. The Arcadia being made of pretty much pure imagination of the Fae.
Right. Is she, well, don't know if this is a weird question. Would she recognize any of this? Like, would this trigger memory of something from her time in Arcadia?
No, because it's not showing any, like, Durance events. It's just trying its best to illustrate imagination to you rather than showing you anything specific.
Okay. That's kind of cool. All right. Oh, think about this last one before I just say something stupid. So I'm gonna leave the stall, and wait, no, I'm not gonna leave the stall. I'm gonna look for Leon first. Where is he?
Leon, in the map. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm just gonna GPS him right now.
Leon seems to be in what looks to be obviously a map of a church. He seems to be talking with somebody that's very close to the front of, or the back of the church, like on a podium, dais type deal. There seems to be several other people around him.
This is a church in town. Have she come across it before? You know, passing by job?
This is not a church in town.
Oh, okay, yeah, he's out. Okay. Oh, cool. This is interesting.
But it's very
Alright,
clearly a church.
Church. Alright, take me to church. I'm curious and I want to find my limitations right now. She's gonna get out of the goblin market and she's going to head to the hollow first. That's a route she knows. She's going to head to our hollow.
I mean, that's not too hard to get to. There's actually you can easily follow your guys' own trod that you've made.
Okay. And from there, did Leon ever leave? Like, did he leave anything here? Or did he keep everything at his own personal hollow?
He kept things at his personal hollow.
Okay. Alright. So from our hollow, I want to go to the farthest part. Okay. Yeah, the A hotel. Gonna go to Sonia's hotel. Sorry, I'm having such a hard time. I don't want to get biffed somewhere. She's gonna go to the hotel in town. That's where she's gonna exit out of.
Roll me wits plus survival.
Okay, not bad, not bad. Okay, 2.
As you exit into one of the many portals that are available for the hotel room,
Go portals!
you end up in a room. Hey, Lark, it's been a while.
Actually, sorry.
And a long finger points out at you. It's been a while, Lark. How you doing?
She scared the shit out of me.
It's your favorite one. It's the
Stag. It's good. How's it going?
It's been
You
good.
look well rested.
Well, he kind of raises a finger. That's not exactly the case. I'm still waiting for Jimmy to deliver on his promise, too. Still waiting around for that. I'm gonna have to probably remind him.
Oh yeah? I'll make a new one or same one as last time?
He still hasn't found out who stole my fruit, so I'm getting a little annoyed. It's been, 3 months?
Jeez, that's not like him. I would have expected him to be a bit faster. Sorry about that. I'll mention to him if I cross paths with him again.
Excellent. I meant to do it the last time I saw him, and he kind of ambushed me and belittled me, degraded me.
He's an interesting cat, I'll give you that. But, yes.
So what can I do for you, my dear? And once again, he takes his long finger and tries to run it down your nose.
No. No. No, stop it. Why does this bug me so much? I'm actually... Well... I already made a deal with another helpful goblin. I'm good.
Oh,
Gonna be heading on out.
Yeah, I can see that deal.
Yeah, not my proudest moment, but I'm gonna make it work.
Oh, I wouldn't have traded my soul for retail, but you know.
Yeah, just I got a little rusty with making contracts. It's been a minute, but don't have to throw salt on the wound, okay? I'm gonna head on out. She's gonna start heading out.
As you make your way out of his room, you actually hear footsteps behind you. And once again, he's kind of walking on his fingertips as well. So, where are you heading? I got nothing better to do.
Actually, yeah. This could be a fun adventure for the both of us. You know of the huntsman and my kind's issue, right?
I mean, a blind baby knows of your issues.
Can you sense them? As well, like, do you get like a weird tingle in the air or something?
Absolutely not. The only tingling I get is sometimes when I use the restroom.
Nice. That's nice. Well, I'm on an adventure for a couple of things. I'm looking for my buddy Leon. Gonna head in that direction first, then see if I can try to find someone of strong magic caliber. You got any friends? Come across anyone interesting in your time?
I mean, strong magic? True Fae come to mind.
Well, other than them, of course.
There are others.
Well, there should be. I highly doubt we're the only things that go bump in the nights. In my past life, parents, village elders always told stories of big creatures, small creatures, sweet creatures that seem polite at first, like the Fae, until they take you and do what they want with you.
I could spin
So I
you a
still hold
yarn.
on to that.
I could
Is that
spin
a
you a
metaphor?
No, I said I could spin you a yarn if you want. I guess that is a metaphor, but yeah, I could tell you stories too. That doesn't mean that they're going to be true. And from what I know of mortals and humans, whatever you want to call that, and he says that very loudly as you get to the lobby.
Yeah. I'm gonna call my ride as well. Hopefully, links will be out front somewhere.
And he goes, from what I know, parents tell the children all sorts of stories. Most of them made up.
Yeah, but there's a truth behind every tale. I mean, I didn't think I would exist. But what happened to me would be even possible or plausible. I mean, even you. Before anything special happened, I probably wouldn't even think you would exist. Yet, here you are right in front of me. Arms and all.
Ah, so you won the lottery once, so you're betting on to win it again.
Yeah.
I don't think that
got a
does
lot
not
to
sound like a smart idea, honestly. You won the lottery once, you need to call it there, girl. That's the phrase, right? Winning the lottery, that means something really spectacular happened. Asking
Yeah,
for a friend.
Spectacular, depending on the perspective. But nonetheless, I'm on borrowed time, short stack.
Aren't we all?
Less time than others. You remember those crazy bugs? And is my ride out front now?
As you reach out, yes, your motorcycle is.
I hop on and just encourage him to hop on as well.
As he hops onto the back of your bike, normally you would expect, somebody to wrap their arms around you, normally speaking. It's not his arms you feel, it's his fingers.
Hey, short stack. Do me a favor and don't get handsy, alright? Hands off my girls.
Alright, so I'm gonna
Gross.
make a roll here.
But does he fall off? With those arms, I think he can hang onto the sky.
Roll me a perception.
That's intelligence, right?
No.
No.
Wits
Wits.
composure.
It's composure.
You notice, as he plucks the map from your pocket and begins to open it up. Like, this is a fancy map you got here.
Yeah, it is in mine. Put it back.
I'm just looking at it.
What you looking for?
You notice as he's looking at it, you can't see anything. It looks like a blank page. So, where are we going again? You said Leon?
Yeah. I know where he is, though.
You'll need to take a right now. From your knowledge, he is absolutely correct.
Fine.
Very interesting map. I can see why you sold yourself for retail.
People stole their soul for worse.
That much is true. I have stories.
Ooh, you should tell me sometime. It could be fun. Ever have popcorn?
And he begins to regale you on your bike with these stories.
No.
Leon, so you're gonna come back in a week, or would you like to see what everything's about?
I can't guarantee I'll be around in a week, but we may be skipping town, we may not be. I don't know what the plan is. Perhaps I'll come by out of idle curiosity. But
I mean, one such as yourself, I'd be willing to show you around, show you where we conduct business. You seem like an upstanding fellow.
and yet I remain unsure of the business you entail here. You don't have any Kool-Aid in those cabinets over there, do you?
No. We don't deal in that. Why would we? Even he looks puzzled and shakes his head. That particular incident troubled even us. We are far older than that. And he kind of makes a hand gesture. Incident.
You gotta be careful strolling up to a random church in the woods full of, well, icons one has not seen before. Can't be sure. Can't be too sure.
That is a very, very fair assumption. But what can I do to belay your fears? Or apprehensions?
I could not tell you. I have not gotten as far as I have without being careful. And... I shall perhaps be around. I have other folk I need to get back to and make sure they're safe. I have strayed too long, I reckon. But if nothing comes up, I will return in a week, out of curiosity, of course, and see what this Apollo actually is.
He is exactly what I have said he is. He is the sun, the wolf of the sun. I realized...
It's always a wolf, isn't it? Every story, it's always a wolf. Nobody ever picks another animal. It's never a lion or anything. It's always a wolf. I don't get it. But
We did not necessarily have a choice in this matter. He is what he is.
Well, yes, but the stories never pick anything different.
We look forward to seeing you.
I suppose with that, I'm gonna make my way out and make sure nobody is following me.
Perception?
Oh boy.
No one appears to be following you. However, one thing you do notice is a very familiar motorcycle coming up the long road off of the main stretch of road. You're very clearly able to discern the two mains that you know.
Mm-hmm. Boring day, eh? Coming out a couple miles out the city to chase me down. Alright, I will, I suppose, walk that direction.
So you have arrived, Lark, along with Rum on the back of your bike. Leon's already walking out of the church to meet you.
Yep. Hey, Carstigan, do me a favor and put that back where you found it.
At this point, Lark, roll me 1d20.
I swear to Bob, I'm gonna kill a goblin.
10 plus, you get yeeted.
What do you mean I get... You said 1...
1d10.
1d20.
Yep, 1d20. Sorry.
Oh. 18.
You are immediately back at the map stand. So, one moment, we'll go back to Leon. You literally see a portal open up, devour Lark, and just close. And you can tell it is a hedge portal that opened up.
Well, Leon, being the paranoid man he is going to unsling the shotgun and bring it to ready. 'Cause I don't know if that's the huntsman.
Rum raises all 10 fingers as high as he can. Don't shoot me, please. I had nothing to do with that. Please don't shoot me, please.
Does he still have the map?
Yeah, actually, the map is in between his fingers. He's kind of raised it above his head, so it's forming like a little umbrella above him.
Then what was it?
Sorry, go ahead.
Does that happen normally? I don't think I've seen that before.
Well, from my understanding, she made a deal with a goblin to cover his map stand thing, and I'm assuming there was a customer, and apparently that's how he makes sure that his desk is covered. I don't know the exact details, but that's probably going to be a common occurrence.
You'd think after being on this earth for how many months out in this condition, she'd figure out how to make deals.
Bike
Okay.
starts revving. Can wait, my pet can talk! Wait, did I take that one? I think I took that one.
Chatterbox?
Yes. What was second? Sorry, ignore me. Ignore me. This is stupid.
Okay. First of all, why are you following her? Second of all, why did she come here? Is the answer out of boredom? First of all, for that first question.
Yes, for me, boredom, yeah.
Okay, I figured so, my friend.
She showed up in my room, and she then left, and I followed her, and now I'm here.
Okay. Did she have any intent tell you why she drove all the way out here?
She was checking on you?
I see. The cripple is looking out for the rest of us, I see. Well, I can't fault her, but...
Why don't you... So, I guess her question would have been, why are you out here? So, I'll ask you, why are you out here? When she gets back, I can tell her.
Curiosity, boredom, don't have a great reason. I was handed a flyer on the way out and decided to look into it.
Can I see this flyer?
Yeah, sure, why not? I don't need it right now. I'll hand him the flyer.
He carefully folds the map back up and sets it nicely on the seat in front of him, and then he takes the flyer, opens the flyer, reads it. His head turns to the side, and he reaches into his pocket, pulls out something and kind of... It looks like a little goblin berry, for lack of a better term. He squeezes it on it, and the page stains purple. But the words are still visible, and the words start to illuminate themselves. They have this almost rainbow shine to them. I mean, everything they wrote on this page is true.
I suspected so. I did not suspect lies, but...
But here's the thing. This little goblin berry has a special little thing. Now, I know a lot of people tell stories. Most of these stories go like, if the person really believes the lie, these truth-detecting things will be tricked by it. Not the case with this berry. Everything they wrote on this is factual. Not just the truth. Fact. Verifiably so.
Doesn't surprise me that it's true. I mean, there's a lot of strange things going on, and especially in our more unique situation. Truth and factual verification of things is whatever you really want to believe.
Well, as stated, this has nothing to do with belief.
No, I suspected as such. There is absolutely no fae going on here. I looked around for it myself, could not find it. Which I will admit was quite the relief. And yet it still drives down the road on a motorcycle at me.
You have just finished listening to this week's episode of Changeling the Lost 2nd Edition, Once More Into the Hedge, part of the Domain Gaming's Contagion Anthology, written and told by Wyverian. A special thanks to you, the listener, and if you wish to continue supporting us, subscribe, like, and share. And as always, comments are welcomed. Until the next chapter, don't stop asking yourself, how do you find the lost beauty in the agony of this life?